The topic for this video is queuing theory. So now what is a queue? Queue is a group of items or people waiting to receive a service. So we have already seen various queues and various waiting lines. So whenever a service is being delivered, so the customers are generally standing in the queue. For example, you go to a hospital, there you see a queue. You go to a barber shop for haircut, or you want to book a ticket at the railway counter, or as students, if you come to the college for depositing your fees, or sometimes vehicles are also lined up at petrol pump for filling their tanks, and the automobile are waiting at the service stations for getting the service. So sometimes machines wait in the queues for getting repairing, or trucks wait in the queue for some loading and unloading. So like this you see queues in almost every service sector. So why queues are formed? The question arises, why queues are formed? So queues are formed when demand is greater than the supply. So when whatever is being demanded is more and the supplier has limited capacity, only then queues are created. If supply is unlimited, if the supply rate is very fast, in that case the queue will not be there. So when demand is coming at a higher rate and supply is going to be at a lower rate, in that case the queues are created. So if the queue is very big and the company is unable to fulfill the needs of the customer standing in the queue, it will lead to loss to the organization. If queues are very short, it shows that the products or the service of the organization are very less. So we must consider that queue should not be short also, because it will show the unsuccessfulness of the company, and it should not be very large. If it will be very large, then you will not be able to give service to each and every customer, and that will lead to customer dissatisfaction. So now in this chapter our idea is to maintain a balance between the waiting time of the customer and our service cost, and keeping both waiting time of the customer and the service cost for the supplier to be under the control. So here are basically the two objectives will be to have a minimum waiting cost, because customer has come to you and he or she has to wait. So maybe they were busy somewhere else, but now they are waiting for the service. So waiting time cost should be very minimum for the customer, and the service cost also, it should be minimum. Both these should be minimum. So for that we will make use of queuing theory. So queuing theory basically tries to answer various questions that you will see with the help of various formulas. We will make calculations like how much time a customer will have to spend in the queue, how many customers can be served in the queue, how the customers can be going through the system. So all these things you will be calculating with the help of various formulas. Now let's discuss various crucial terms that we will be making use in this entire chapter. So here there will be two main concepts, that is queue and the system. So one should know the difference between the queue and the system. So queue means when you are standing in a queue to take any service. When you go to a bank, you need to stand in the queue and then you take the service and then you come back. So queue means when you are standing in a queue, time spent by the customer in the queue. System is the queue plus when you have reached the service counter, you will spend some time here also. So this entire will become a system. So this portion will be known as a queue, and whatever extra time you are spending in that company or service provider for getting the service is known as the entire system. So if we talk about in simple terms, then the queue means the average number of customers who are waiting in the line. If line is too big, it shows that the service is very poor, service rate is very poor. And the system denotes customers waiting plus customer being served. So the combination of these two will be known as the entire system. Then here we will talk about another term, that is time. So queue time will be time spent by the customer in the queue, and system time will be time spent by the customer in the queue plus time spent by the customer while taking the service. And sometimes you will see the term idle time will also be used. Idle time means when there is no one to take the service at the service counter, so it will become the idle time for the service provider. Another term that you will use in this chapter will be arrival rate and service rate. Arrival rate means the rate at which the customers are arriving at your service counter. Maybe 3 customers are arriving in 1 hour, maybe 10 customers are arriving in 2 hours. So what is the rate? Arrival rate will be for the customers that will be coming in the organization for taking the service. And service rate will be at what rate the service is being provided. If the cars are coming in the service station, for example 3 cars are coming every hour, so how much time the service provider is taking? So that will be from the side of service provider. So these two are going to be different terms. So another thing that you will see in this chapter is the arrival rate will not be fixed because customers can arrive at any rate. So generally we say that it follows the random pattern. It means there is no uniformity that customers will be arriving 3 only every hour. Sometimes 5 can be there, sometimes 3 can be there. So we just take an average. So here we can say that the arrival will be completely random. So it is said that it is following the Poisson distribution, as the Poisson distribution follows the random rate. So in the questions you will see everywhere the line will be written arrival rate is following Poisson distribution. You need not do anything into it, but you should know that what is the meaning. While if we talk about the service rate, that is always fixed. So service rate is not random. If you are able to give service to 3 customers, so that service rate is going to be fixed. So it cannot be random, so it cannot follow the Poisson distribution. So in this chapter, for the sake of simplicity and to reduce the necessity of complex mathematical models, it has been assumed that the service rate follows exponential distribution. This also you need not do, but you should know that here the service rate is fixed. It do not change with every customer, so it is known as exponential distribution. Another term that you should know is queue discipline. Queue always follows a discipline, and the discipline is decided by the organization and the customer simultaneously, or majority of the times it is decided by the organization. So queue disciplines can be of the 4 types. First is FIFO. You would have read in your earlier classes, FIFO is first in first out. So a customer that finds a service center busy, so it goes to the end of the queue. So the person who has come first will be getting the first service. The new customer will be joining the queue from the last. Then is LIFO. LIFO is last in first out. The customer that finds that service center busy proceeds immediately to the head of the queue. So this customer will be just moving at the first point, and it will be the customer who has arrived in the last will be served first. Then next, third comes round robin. Round robin is the type of queue discipline in which every customer is given a time slice. So if the service is not completed, then again she or he will be re-entering the queue. For example, you go to a doctor and an appointment is already been given, so that is a time slice has been given. If you do not reach at that time slice, then you cannot take the service. Again you will have to take the appointment, and then again you will have to join the queue. So it is known as round robin. And the last method for queue discipline is priority. Here every customer has a static and dynamic priority. So the server, the service provider, selects the customer with the highest priority. Maybe the service provider knows the customer, or they are approaching with some person's approach, or you have called the service provider about the emergency situation. So certain priority is given to a customer because of specific reasons. So these are the 4 queue disciplines that are followed in the queues. Another thing that you should know is customer behavior, because you know that customers who are standing in the queue, they behave differently. So customer behavior can also be of the 4 types. First type of customer behavior can be barking. Barking means some customer, they're very reluctant to wait in the queue. So they do not join the queue at the correct position, and they always try to jump the queue and reach the service center by passing the others who are standing ahead of them. So you would have seen that many people are there, those who do not join the queue, but they just try to jump to the service provider. So it is known as barking. So in this situation, the customer decides not to join the waiting line at all. Second comes collusion. In collusion, one customer represents a group of customers. For example, you would have seen in case of fee counter, or you would have seen in case of booking the ticket for movie. So one customer takes the tickets for their friends. So it is known as collusion, when one customer is representing a group of customers. Third type of customers can be jockeying. When a customer who has already joined the queue, he or she leaves the queue and joins another queue, it is known as jockeying. Right? So customer has already joined a queue, but maybe because of impatience or something, he or she leaves the queue and tries to join the other queue. It you would have seen when you are driving a car, then sometimes we are moving in a queue and we feel that the right side queue or left side queue is getting shorter. So we just try to join that queue. It is known as jockeying. And the last customer behavior can be reneging. R-E-N-E-G-I-N-G, reneging. So it is the last resort with the customer. So it leads to when certain customer lose their patience after some time and they leave the queue even without getting the service. So here the customer do not get the service, just leave the queue and he or she goes off. So these are the 4 customer behaviors that are generally seen in the queues. Now besides knowing these crucial terms, you should also know that what type of service systems are there. So you would have seen different service system while standing in various queues. So it is very simple. So first can be single channel, single phase system. So here only one channel is there to go in the system and only one phase of the service is there. So you can say that when the customer is entering, he or she is making a queue like this. Then the service in this queue, one by one, the service facility is given. And once the service is got, the customer is departing after getting the service. So it is a very simple way. When you see there is only single channel, single server is sitting, all the customers have to go in this queue because there is single phase. So once they have got the service, they are going out after taking the service, departure. Now second channel can be service facility in series. Now this is the second service system in which the service is provided to the customers in a series. Like if we talk about all the customers are coming in a queue. So all the customers have got type 1 service. After they have got this type 1 service, again the customer will further move in a queue. Then they will get type 2 service. This was type 1. Type 2 service, and once the customer gets type 2 service, then they can depart. So this is service facility in series. So customers will have to move in a series to get these 2 facilities, and these 2 facilities will be different, right? So in this, customers enters in one kind of service, then moves to the next station and gets some service, again moves on to the next station, and ultimately leaves the system whenever she has got it. For example, you would have visited the drive-through of McDonald's or other organization they are offering. So you have to move in a queue At first counter you make the payment, at the other counter your bill is verified, then at the first counter you place your order also, then finally at the last counter you receive the service. So that is a service facility in a series. Now the third type of service system can be multiple parallel facilities with single queue. As the name of the model suggests, there will be single queue, but multiple service providers are offering the same facilities to the customers. So it means we have more than one server now. In earlier two methods, you have seen that only one server was there, but here more than one server will be there. So each server provides the same facility. For example, you go for getting your car washed. So in that case, there is single queue. So customers will be entering like this in the queue. Then you can move on to any of the service station. Service facility 1, 2, 3. So after that you can depart. So all these will be departing after getting the service. So you can move on. You are coming in one queue. So it is single queue, but multiple parallel facilities are being offered which are giving the same type of service. Now fourth type of service systems can be multiple parallel facilities with multiple queues. So in the previous method you have seen a single queue was approaching, but you will see in this method if there is no one queue, there can be multiple queues as the name suggests. So the customers can come from any of the queue. If they want the service facility 1, they can join the first queue. If they want the service facility 2, they can join the second queue. If they want the service facility 3, they can join the third queue. There can be fourth queue also. So they will get their respective facilities, and then they will be departing from the service center. So when you go to the bank, maybe there is a separate queue for withdrawal, separate queue for depositing, separate queues for checks clearance. So you will join the queue according to your requirement, and then you will be moving out. Same is the case with the reservation of the railway tickets. According to your own purpose, you will join the queue.